Y'all look at my watermelon bed. My squash is coming up and my zucchini is coming up over there. Other than that, these are all watermelons. I've seen about 6 baby watermelons so far in here. But what I'm gonna do today is I am to harvest my ginger real quick. It looked like it's for the rain again, but I had to stop with my front yard. I didn't even get a chance to finish the front yard because I seen it was for the rain, so I wanted to stop and harvest her. She is dying. She's turning light yellow. She's ready. I had her well over 10 months. So I'm anxious to see what is in her. Not only that, but summertime, spring and summer. Summer I'm pushing it, but springtime is the time you plant ginger. So summertime, I don't want to go buy ginger and replant it. I want to use the ginger that I grew and replant so I can have some for next year. So I'm going to go ahead and harvest this, and I'm going to dump it all in my watermelon bed because this is still good soil, still good dirt. I didn't have any bugs or pet in this bag, this growing bag. So I can just leave it in the bed with the watermelon and it'll do just fine. And then I will put new dirt in here and replant my ginger all over again. So stay tuned. Okay, so I dumped it. Y'all got to bear with me because I'm doing it by myself. And unfortunately, I have to crawl in my bed, but I don't want to step on any of my watermelon leaves. So trying to position myself and dump this to show y'all is a task for me. Now, this is my first time planting ginger, but if you know me, you know I like ginger. They tell you should let ginger dry out before you harvest it. And I think it's only, oh, it smells so good, y'all. I think only because it's easier than what I'm doing here. So with one hand, y'all, I am trying to loosen this up whenever I get the damn ginger. And then what I would do is the leaves I will put in my compost. They say they're eatable. I have a couple of times came out here and just nibbled on one because they're so fresh. But I know what I want. So I done snapped one off. I hope y'all can see me doing this because it's kind of, y'all, this is tough. Okay, so whew. So these are the ginger leaves. Y'all, I wish y'all could smell this. I know y'all tired of me saying that on my video, but this stuff is strong. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Now, can I leave this in my bed and let it break down in this soil right here, and it will be just fine? It'll be ready for me to start my fall crop in with no problems. Like I said, I didn't have any pests, no none of that. So yes, I can, but I'm not. I'm gonna put it in my, here go my compost, just in case y'all wondering. I'm gonna put it in my compost. One, I want to hurry up and get my compost started. Two, when I had my cabbage, my leaves, I put that down first, and then I put new mulch over it when my watermelons had started coming out. So I think it's good for this bed right now. I don't feel like I have to put any extra fertilizer or anything in it, but like I said, these are the roots. All of this is good soil, nothing wrong with it. These are my watermelons. I have to be careful. The reason why I put it here is because I had a big hole right here. this whole slot, and I'm gonna show y'all what this is in just a moment, but this whole slot was a hole. So once I had pulled up my beans and stuff, it was just a empty hole right here. That's all it was. So I noticed when I was trying to pull that up with just one hand for y'all, I was hearing my ginger snap, and I'm like, no, I'm breaking it. I don't want to break it. Now I'm looking, and look, ginger that snap. So that's all I'm doing, is making sure I got all my ginger. But this is good soil, good rich soil. If I had another bed around, I will put it in there, because it's soil. Good organic too. Soil. So that's fine. I can leave that right there, and my watermelons will do what it need to do and find its way over it, under it. As you can tell, they got this whole bed to themselves to do what they want to do. So now I am it's for the rain, but real quick I am going to get a water hose and rinse this down, and we're gonna see how much ginger that I got. Okay, y'all, so I'm gonna rinse this off real quick. Now I'm gonna show y'all something. Where did I put it at? I know I threw it over here. As I was trying to harvest my ginger while I hold my phone, I want to show y'all something. So you have what they call what's the word I'm looking for? I can't find a word off the top of my head. But when you grow ginger for like the first 4 months, I think I did a video before my son was sick, and I had to harvest a little piece of my ginger to give to him. It's not as strong as when you let it go on for at least 10 plus months. So this is 10 plus months, which you can see it right here. But when I was trying to harvest it on the video with y'all, here's the skin. So my skin fell off my ginger right here. So that's why this one looks like this and that one looks like that, because trying to harvest it and pull it, I see now why they say wait till it dries so you don't damage it, because it was already, the soil was already wet from the rain last night, and I ripped it apart, and all I did was rip that ginger skin off. And if I'm not mistaken, that skin helps it to where it can be stored for a long term, versus this right here, you might can do a couple of months and you need to use it. This one right here, I could have did 6 plus months and used it before I used it. I apologize. So I just want to show y'all, and when I get in here, you will see some of it. As you can tell, see, some of it does have its skin. So that's just because I was so rough with taking it out the pot and separating it that I ripped the skin off some of it. Which is fine, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to replant some of that so I can hurry up and start me another ginger plant and then harvest the rest. Okay, y'all. So it's for the storm. It's coming. I'm gonna make this video real sweet. This rain has been making it so hard for me to get out here in my garden. So by the time I get off work and get my kids situated and dinner and stuff done, I get maybe 30 minutes out here, just enough to clip, harvest, and run in the house before it pour down raining. Today I wanted to finish my front yard. Check out the video on that coming soon. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment. It really helps me out if y'all comment on my YouTube video, not just like them or review them. So y'all hit some up. I want to try what zone you in, how long did it take. Any of that can help me get my YouTube channel up off the ground. If y'all want to support me on growing my own food for the first time. I know a lot of people around my age do not do this. I get that. It's like, that's old people stuff, but it's so peaceful. It's so calming. It's so relaxing. And you benefit off of it because you get to eat it. Or God forbid, you can make a profit off of it if you want to sell it. But just for you, your soul, your peace of mind, you came out here and that breeze feels so good. You came out here and you got in the zone. And I love that my kids and my husband, when I'm out here, they will let me be in my zone. You know, I'm not mommy, I'm not wifey, I'm not an employee, I'm not a friend. I have my little music out here going on, and I go from one bed to the next bed. And when you think you're done with something, you're not done with nothing. Look at my babies coming up. Look at them. Look at my flowers. You're not done. It's always something to do. I just recently put more rocks down here. It's just always something to do. You see it one day and then you come in, you're like, you know, I actually want that to go over here now. So, I mean, it's just peaceful. I look forward to getting off work. I look forward to getting up in the morning before I go to work, and I walk my garden to make sure everything good. Like I said, I got a small garden. I done seen some huge gardens. I done seen some people with some beautiful backyards. And I'm like, I'm going to get there one day. But at the same time, I'm not in no rush because I can walk my little area, my little garden, and be at peace. And I know what's going on and where stuff at. And when something changed and it's my area, no one's in my area. So go out there, please, just try it out. Start with the small pot. Now that I'm gardening, I'm not a fan of pots. I'm slowly winging away from pots. I just made a bed in my backyard for my strawberries fall time. I'm going to take it out of this and I'm going to put that in the ground and I'm going to get rid of that. And then I have okra already planted here, and over there. So once that gets done and it is done doing what it's doing, I'm going to get rid of that pot. I'm really trying to get rid of pots. Some things may need a pot, like potatoes and ginger, because they root bound. And I can't imagine me putting ginger and potatoes in a bed like this with other fruits and vegetables, because I have to disturb the root to harvest those. So they will have to be in a bed by themselves or in a bag by themselves. And since this is summertime and sweet potatoes and potatoes grow good here during the summer, that's why this get its whole bed by itself. But come fall time, when it's time to harvest this, I'm going to have carrots, beets, radish, all type of stuff in this bed. And it won't be no room for potatoes. And then potatoes will have to go back into the bag. Because not only that, potatoes and ginger takes like 8 to 9 months, 6 to 10 months to get a complete harvest. So my beds will be filled with other things. But back to the ginger before it rained on me. So, like I said, this right here is a full ginger. It was like this. Because it was wet for one, the dirt was wet. And me ripping it apart, I end up ripping my skin off my ginger. Which just means this ginger is a lot stronger than this right here. So how you like your ginger? To me, I got ginger powder in my kitchen. I sprinkle that in my food. I put ginger in my drinks. Like, I could do ginger whatever. But I have noticed that harvesting this and letting it air dry, you can store this just like in the grocery store. It can sit there for a long time and still be good until you break this skin. So this right here, I'm actually me, because I started off with, I wish I had something to show you. I started off with something like this, because ginger is so expensive in the store. I just bought a little piece, and I'm new to gardening, so I ain't spent a lot of money. I just bought a little piece, y'all, like this. Of course, it had the brown stuff on it, but a little piece like this, and put it in the ground, and it took off. And this is what I got from that little piece from the store. So what I'm going to do now is another experiment, because I'm new at this, at gardening, and I like ginger. So I'm going to try it out. But I'm going to let these two dry out in my kitchen window, because they have to be completely dry before you plant them. I'm going to let them dry out. But I'm also going to take these little pieces, because like I said, they were in the skin. So I'm going to take those little pieces and let those dry out and clip these roots. And then I'm going to go and replant them in the same pot, in the same bag. I got more dirt in my trunk. Put the dirt in there. I'm going to put them in there in like 2 days after they dry out, about 2 days after they dry out. Put them in there, and I'm going to start my ginger all over again. And then the rest of this is what I'm going to harvest, because I like ginger. So I'm going to use all of it. I'll make some in powder form. I'll drop some in my water. I'm going to use this. So, and that was the purpose of me wanting my own ginger, is to be able to use it and not have to go to the store and buy it. So try ginger out. 10 months. It is a long time. I promise you it's a long time. 10 months is a long time to be waiting on some ginger. But it lasts. If you want to, now that you see mine, grab a bigger piece. Get a bigger piece and grow that, because the more rhinestones you grow, the more ginger you have. As you can tell, that little piece got me all of this. I'm a household of 5, and I'm the only person in the house that eats ginger. So this is pretty good. So I'm willing to try it again and put a couple of extra more pieces in there and go from there. But I will put it in a bag and not in the ground, because it's 8 months. I don't have 8 months of razor bed space to grow ginger. So here's ginger. Check me out. I just harvested my ginger. The date is June 29th. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe to my YouTube, and you can also be harvesting your ginger. Let me know in the comments who all likes ginger and what do you use ginger for. I took a couple of pieces of my ginger that I harvested yesterday. Put it in the bag. The same bag the other one was in. The other ginger was in. To put some dirt over it. And I'm ready for another round. That's it, y'all. Put today's date that I planted it. Ginger in this pot. And it is going to be its home for the next couple of months.